Hello everyone and welcome to our Effortless Success Summit in your portable career and business. This is Dominika Miernik, your host, and today I have a very special guest, Sharon Kristjanson. She is an intercultural leadership coach. Sharon teaches leadership and high-level communication skills for interacting across differences. She is also an expat and third culture kid. Hello, Sharon. Thank you for being with us today.
Hello, Dominika. It's so nice to talk to you again. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Thanks to you for being with us. So please tell us more about you and about your own experience and your international life.
So the work that I do, this leadership and communication, higher level communication training, comes from everything that I learned interculturally. I've lived interculturally my entire life. My parents came from two different cultures, Icelandic and Iranian.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Canadian identity, and we lived in other countries due to my father's international work. So everything about my life was intercultural, always. And I came to the United States as an expat, as part of my adventures of exploring and trying to figure out where I could fit. And over the course of all of the different types of work I've done, I've come to realize that intercultural skills are absolutely not only essential, but a gift to any interaction. If you bring intercultural skills to any interaction, you reduce the friction, you increase understanding, and you create better collaboration and better opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you moved a lot in your entire life. So how your international experience, your international life as an expat has impacted your professional life, and if you can tell a little bit what prompted you to start your own current business.
So it's interesting. In all of the moves that I've made, there are different challenges that come from whether I made the choice to move or I was following somebody else. Mm-hmm. So as a child, we moved and I had to adapt to a new school culture as well as the culture of the country. So I went to a British school in Iran and an American school in Italy. Mm-hmm. But my family provided the really important structure and security as I made these adaptations, made new friends, learned new ways of doing things. I made a couple of international moves as a young adult. I moved to Switzerland for graduate school and work, and I moved to New York for work. Mm-hmm. And those were my choices. And so it's a little bit different then. Even though there are challenges with adaptation, the challenges that I was dealing with were, where do I want to settle? Some of those TCK, third culture kid questions that you have when you grow up in different countries temporarily, carrying the passport of yet another country, you're a third culture kid. And so those were the challenges. Then I married an American, and we moved several times in the United States. Again, I was following and I was going on someone else's schedule. And the challenges, when I was a child, my family provided the security. When I was a wife and mother, I had to be the anchor. I had to provide the structure. Mm-hmm. So it took a lot. And I would say the first couple of years, I would spend investing time and energy into finding the right doctors and dentists and friends and activities and getting the family settled. And then in the third year, that's when I started to look for my own professional activities. And, shortly thereafter, just as I'm starting to get things rolling, my husband would get a promotion and we would move again. So while his career was stepping up the steps of one ladder, my career development was like connecting the dots, zigging and zagging. And I wasn't building on one endeavor. So those experiences certainly contributed to my idea that a portable career would make a lot more sense. Whether one is initiating the move or whether you're, trailing somebody else and moving with somebody else. And the other thing is, quite honestly, after raising children, and I was shut out of the traditional job market, sort of coming back in after raising children. I also started the business because it's like I knew that I had something unique and valuable to offer. And so I was going to create my own business and manage it and control it myself. Not be at the whims of other people's moves or, what was happening out there. Certainly it has its own set of challenges, but I will say over and over again, I wish I had started my own business earlier.
Because it gives you like more flexibility, and as you said, you can connect, you can like use your own gifts or like connect the dots between what you want to do and like your desired lifestyle or the lifestyle that you are living. So because you moved, so your expat experience, so there were like different stages of your expat experience. So what was like the biggest challenge for you, like the one biggest challenge, and how did you overcome it?
Again, the challenge as a child, pretty much all I knew was an expat life, and my family provided the structure. So that's what was normal to me. Growing up. The biggest challenge, again, as a TCK, as a third culture kid, was returning to my passport country that was supposed to be my home and feeling that was just as foreign as, if not more foreign than any place else. And when we have trouble adjusting, it very much reflects our expectations. And so when you have expectations of a certain place, or you have expectations of how smoothly something will go or how difficult it will be, that's where the anxiety comes up. And if we're able to recognize, okay, I came in with certain expectations, let me just sort of put them aside and be open to what's in front of me. I mean, I have to say that I had moved to the U.S. When I was 28 for the first time. I lived in New York for 4 years, met and married my husband. His job moved us to Kansas City. That was, a challenging expat experience, not just because of the culture, but because the work I had done in New York, which was in finance, a particular kind of finance, simply did not exist in Kansas City. And that's something that trailing spouses often don't take into consideration. And this was within one country. And so I eventually found work in Kansas City, but I had to learn a completely new set of skills. So yeah, different kinds of adaptation, and it's a daunting responsibility to be, as a wife and mother, to be responsible for everybody else's, particularly your children's, sort of settling in. But I don't know. I had those skills down from all of my childhood experiences. It was having to reinvent myself in each new city. That was challenging.
Yeah, because it's like adapting yourself, as you said, like to even if you're moving to a different city or like in different state in America, it's completely different, different culture, and it's completely different, like a job market or a business market. So you have to like learn new skills or adapt your skills to what is like requested from you, and also taking care of your family at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, so like running an online business or having like a portable career means that you can work with people from different backgrounds, people from all over the world, because we have this possibility to connect. And it is very important to like develop intercultural skills. So how can we use those skills, intercultural skills, to get like the best from our portable careers or like online businesses?
I think that intercultural skills really facilitate any kind of interaction. So whether I'm dealing with an American in Kansas City or an Indian in Bangalore, again, it comes down to, you know, looking for the commonalities and being sensitive to how we might interpret things differently, and just being open to create more space to make sure we're interpreting things the same way, or what ideas we have, and that actually brings more creativity into the interaction. So intercultural skills absolutely help with dealing with people all around the world. It's having that knowledge that there are going to be different ways and different expectations.
Yeah, that's true. Even if you are moving from one city to another, for example, you lived in Rome, so you know that probably know it's different from Milan. So if you are moving from Rome to Milan, you have to like learn about the culture in that city. So it's very important to like develop and be open and not having expectations. I also think that this is very important. Yeah. So like, we have this opportunity now. So as you said that you wanted to start your portable career or a business before. So we have this opportunity now to work online or to have a portable career as an expat partner or an expat. But like still many expat women or expat partners, they choose to follow the traditional path. They choose to like to find a traditional job in the country they move. So there is nothing like wrong with that. You can also like face many challenges and obstacles. But what is like the value of having a portable business or a portable career?
You know, I can't speak for everyone, and I know you agree, everybody's situation is different. Sometimes people have a very good career path. They're, you know, they might be an attorney in a firm and they're able to keep on the same path and move accordingly. Having a portable career not only helps with moving, but I think it is just as important in terms of raising children. Having a portable career allows you to grow the business or pause the business as needs change in your life. And so with needs of your children, with needs of your it can evolve, but it's one endeavor that you're putting all of your energy into. And
a portable career, it's like having like more control about your own future and also like more flexibility to be with your family. And if you want to travel, you have like a possibility to travel and work from wherever you want. Yeah. So you also speak.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yes, because you also speak like in your work about a difference between intercultural intelligence and like intercultural, it was about intercultural intelligence and cultural knowledge. So what is the difference? Like, what is the difference between intercultural knowledge and intercultural intelligence?
So intercultural knowledge is knowing specific things about a culture, such as in India, it is, and actually several cultures, it is rude to eat with your left hand. In certain cultures, it is rude to cross your legs so that your ankle is on your knee, showing the sole of your shoe. It's impolite. To me, that's cultural knowledge. It's distinct and very clear, and it's important to know so that you're not offending, the people that you're with without realizing it. Cultural intelligence is when you don't have a rule book and you observe. You have the ability to observe, to adapt, to bridge. And so cultural intelligence is what helps, we were talking earlier about, dealing with clients all around the world. Cultural intelligence is that awareness that people might be seeing things differently, or they might mean something different than how I'm interpreting it. It's a knowledge, an awareness to observe and adapt.
Go on.
Sorry, both are necessary. Cultural knowledge is important so that we don't offend people without realizing it, and so is cultural intelligence. And actually, I'll tell you a very quick funny story about Italian. So there was an American in Italy who kept hearing people answer the phone and say pronto. So he understood that to mean hello. So when he was on the street, he saw a pretty girl and he said pronto, and she slapped him in the face. And he didn't know why, because pronto means ready.
Ready, yeah.
You answer the phone, you say pronto, I'm ready. And she, when he said it to her, she interpreted it as, are you ready? As opposed to hello. So that's an example of cultural knowledge. But cultural intelligence helps you navigate when you don't have all the rules. It's observing.
It's observing, yeah. It's observing and then applying those rules or this knowledge to your business and career if you are working abroad. So then you can avoid misunderstandings as this American guy in Italy.
Yes, yeah. Or at least you recognize them. If you do, none of us are perfect, and so we make mistakes, but you recognize it much more quickly, and you know how to repair. You know how to, and that's a very important part of what I teach in transformative communication. It's not that we seek perfection. It's that, we do the best we can, but we also know how to repair and bring things back into a positive space.
Yeah, so it's being resilient also, recognizing your mistakes and then learning from it, which is a very important skill for expats or for internationals.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Sharon, for sharing your experience and for being with us today. So tell us more, where can we find information about you? And I also know that you have a fantastic free gift for our listeners or for people who are watching the video.
I do, and thank you for this opportunity. So I have two websites. My business is svkintercultural.com. And I have another website called peoplebeyondpolitics.com. And there I'm showing how to use intercultural skills for political polarization and discussion. And the People Beyond Politics has a lot of free information. If you sign up for the newsletter, there is free information that comes, and you can really learn a lot from our resources page and the insights page. But the special gift that I would like to give your listeners is I am offering a free 1-hour consultation to the first 5 people who reach out to me. And so just reach out through the contacts page on either of my websites and mention that you saw this interview with DM Coaching. And I would be absolutely delighted to provide that gift.
Great, great. Thank you very much for sharing that. I will put all the information, links to your website with the show notes so people can contact you and book the free session. So thank you very much again, Sharon, for being with us today.
Thank you, Dominika, for the opportunity. It's been great talking with you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very much for listening or watching if you are watching the video version. So please tell us what are your thoughts, comments, or questions. Please come on over to our Facebook group and share with us your thoughts about this interview. And I will be back soon with another fantastic guest. Thank you very much and bye.
Bye.